going to graph the solution to the inequality on the number line. In order to do that, I must solve for the inequality first, and this is an absolute value situation. So what I'm going to do for now while I'm solving is pretend like this less than is an equal sign. To get rid of the inequality symbol, you take the opposite of what's after the inequality. So the opposite of positive 8 is negative 8. Write that down. That lets you take the inequality symbols away. So just copy down everything that's inside. Like I said, for now I'm going to treat this like an equal sign. So it looks like that. So that's how you get rid of an inequality, is just whatever's at the end, put the opposite of that in the front. Now my goal is to get the y by itself. So the first step in doing that is adding 12. But I'm going to add 12 to each piece like this. So it's got to be on each side of the equal signs. So 12 take away 8 is 4. Bring down the equal. Opposites cancel. Negative 4y. Bring down the equal. 8 plus 12 is 20. This is negative 4 times y. The opposite of times is divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4. Not both sides. All sides by negative 4. So 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1 equals, top cancels with bottom, y equals 20 divided by negative 4 is negative 5. Okay, now for the rules for actually graphing them. You want to look at the original inequality in the problem. And here's the rule. If it's greater, and I know this is not how you spell it, but this is how I remember it. If it's greater, it's going to be an or situation. So your graphs are going to be split apart. If it's less than, again, that's not how you spell it, but it helps me remember how to do it. That means your graph is just one line. Also, if it is not underlined, you use an open circle, and if it is underlined, you use a closed circle. So for my number line, I'm going to come out here and try to fit it in here. I put these numbers, I always show 0. I put the numbers on the number line in the order they would appear. So negative 1 would be here, negative 5 would be over here somewhere. Okay, so the original inequality was not underlined, so I'm going to put dots at each of those numbers, but I'm not going to color them in. And because it was a less than situation, that means connect your dots, your points together. And that is the graph to the solution of the inequality. Okay, so the next one I'm going to write as negative 6 equals 3b plus 12 equals 6. So whatever's at the end, just take the opposite, pop it out front, and that way you're able to get rid of the absolute value symbols. I'm going to subtract 12 from each piece. Negative 6 and negative 12 is negative 18 equals 3b. Opposites cancel, equals negative 12 and a positive 6 is a negative 6. Divide each piece by 3. Negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6 equals v equals negative 2. Okay, so I have 0. I always show 0. And negative 6 would be over here somewhere, and negative 2 would be closer to 0, like that. The inequality, the original inequality, is not underlined, so I'm going to use open circles. And it's less than, so less than is together, like that. And I need to show you a greater than graph, so I'm going to change this problem a little bit. I'm going to call it the absolute value of 5w plus 10 is greater than or equal to 5. Let's do that. So let's not do this because I've done some less thans. Okay, so the procedure is the same. Take the negative 5. That allows you to take the absolute value symbol away. So I'm going to subtract 10 from each piece. Negative 5 and negative 10 is negative 15 equals 5w. Opposites cancel. 5 take away 10 is negative 5. Divide each piece by 5 because you want the w by itself. Negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3 equals top cancels with bottom. W equals negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1. Okay, so my number line, I have negative 3, I have a negative 1. The inequality is underlined, so I'm going to use closed circles there. Oops, sorry, not at 0. I want it at negative 1. Now this is gray to or, and gray to or is or, so the graphs are separated. So that's what that inequality, that's what that solution looks like. Less than together, greater apart.